Peace be with you, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Trevor. Really grateful to have you here. And today's video, I'm just going to be bringing you 7 recommendations. There we go. 7 recommendations for affordable fragrances for a summertime barbecue or cookout. So this is a tag video, and I was tagged by my brother Dedrick Hendricks Jr. over at his channel. Go check him out. I'll link him in the description below. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into this list. All these fragrances you can find for $50 or less, and I'm going to, in no particular order, start off with this one. A little bit of a hidden gem, a little bit pricey. You would end up paying $50 for only 60 mLs for this fragrance, but it's definitely worth checking out. It is a clone of a discontinued 90s fragrance, which is Gap Grass. I actually haven't smelled that one. Bottles of that are going for upward of $200 right now, but this is Herbe Naturelle. If you've seen these style bottles out at the rack stores, some of you guys, I know Swain Swaggy Scents got the Oud Sahara in this style bottle out at the rack stores. If you do find this at the rack store, you can usually find it for about $12 for this 30 ml, so you can get a full 100 mLs of this for like 36 bucks if you see these at the rack stores. Which is where you're most likely to find it. It's distributed by True Fragrances, T-R-U-E. I don't know if you can see that there, but they're somewhat of like a rack store brand. You see a lot of their fragrances out. But I actually got this at Amazon for $25, so definitely check this out. But what you get is a really nice, watery, fruity grass. When my wife smelled this, she said it reminded her of cucumber melon fragrances from the 90s. So the note listing in here is like grass, woody notes, and pear, I believe, something like that. But you definitely get a little bit of like a fruity melon vibe. Fruity quality. It's a little bit feminine in the opening, but it starts to dry down rather quickly into this really nice green, aromatic, fruity, and fun fragrance. So it just hits all the notes that I'd be looking for at a cookout. Kind of fruity, a little bit fresh, a little bit green to kind of harmonize with maybe some of those grass shavings in the air from people mowing their lawns at this time of the year. Really beautiful stuff, and really glad that I picked this one up. It makes me want to get a hold of the original Gap Grass, which Robes08, I believe, did a review on, and he said is the best grass fragrance in the game. So definitely worth checking this one out and keeping your eye out at the rack stores for it as well. This is Herbe Naturelle from Urban Outfitters. Okay, the next one on the list, we're gonna go with something maybe a little bit more recognizable. That is Polo Deep Blue Parfum. So this is a 30 ml. You can actually get these for right around $30, but you can get a tester of the 125 mLs of these for 50 bucks, I believe, at Joma Shop. And what you get here is kind of like a more citrus, aromatic, blue style fragrance, but this is got a little bit more of an aquatic tinge. It's got a really nice, unique kind of fruity mango note in here that kind of makes it really good for the cookout environment. It just has that nice fresh quality that would make it good for high heat environments that you might be running into in the summer at a cookout, but also that fruity mango that makes it playful and inviting and entertaining, like you would be expecting to have at a cookout as well. So perhaps not the most unique fragrance in this list. I'm sure you might have gotten your nose on this one, but if not, definitely at least check out this 30 ml that you can get for a really good price. Really nice, easy to wear, elegant, fun, fruity blue fragrance. That's Polo Blue Deep Blue Parfum. Okay, next up on the list, we've got a little bit of an underrated fragrance, I would say. Usually you can find these 100 mLs for under $40, I want to say. If you look around, sometimes they're higher or lower depending on if you can get a tester. But this is Chic for Men, perfumed by Carlos Benaim. This is a really nice kind of more blue style. I don't want to say blue, but it's definitely a versatile fragrance. It's got a really nice creamy sandalwood and a unique watermelon note. So that's why I picked it for this list, is the watermelon in here. Just watermelon's kind of a fragrance note that I intimately associate with cookouts and summertime poolside events like that. So yeah, definitely get your nose on this one. Creamy sandalwood and watermelon with a little bit of a watery aquatic touch over the top of that fruitiness that you get from the watermelon. and then it wears a little bit like a blue fragrance in the sense that it's very versatile, a little bit fresh, a little bit woody, a little bit sweet. Really great stuff, and an underrated cheapy gem that's Chic from Carolina Herrera. Okay, the next on the list, perhaps the first time I've recommended this fragrance. I've featured it on the channel as a first impressions. I wanted to get some time spent with it, and I really think this is worth checking out, especially for a cheapie. This is Enrico G's Green Rain. So this fragrance right here wears a little bit like Parfums de Marly Greenly and Bohemian Lime, or I forgot what. Yeah, I think Bohemian Lime from Pacific Rock Moss. Doesn't smell like either of those two fragrances, as those two fragrances don't quite smell like each other, but they do kind of wear similarly in the sense that they have this very tart citrus with a underlying green vibe, whether Greenleaf's from the green apple or Bohemian Lime has it from its lime. This is getting some really nice green qualities from like a tomato leaf note in here, but it dries down into this really nice powdery iris, and then it's got a unique peach fruit note in here, so you get like peach and powder. Shout out to T Smell Good. This might be one you want to get your nose on because it is very much a peach and powder fragrance. It dries down into this woody iris, opens up with this really nice citrusy peach, and in the mid you've got that green quality from the tomato leaf. There's a papaya note in here as well. Really amazing stuff. Not the greatest longevity. I get, you know, maybe 3 hours max, but that 3 hours you get a really nice progression from top, mid to dry down of a developing complex fragrance with this one. Really nice, juicy, and just kind of fun. Very much a fun fragrance. It's green and fresh, so it's good for high heat outdoor occasions, but definitely is there to party. That is Enrico G's Green Rain. This one isn't even listed on Fragrantica yet, and there's no reviews for it on Parfumo, but they do have it listed on Parfumo. Yeah, definitely hope some of you guys get your nose on this. Let me know what you think about it. Want to get some second opinions on it. It is a little bit youthful, and it opens up a little bit feminine, I would say. It's got like this floral component to it. I don't know from what note exactly, but yeah, a little bit youthful, can be a little bit feminine, a little bit synthetic, but soapy, peach, powder. I think great for the price, which you can usually get this for under 40 on, I think Fragrance Net has this one. So that's Enrico G's Green Rain. Okay, I think we've got 3 fragrances left. Next up, we're going with Bentley Silverlake. So this is supposed to be a clone of Acqua di Gio Essenza, a discontinued flanker in that line. I have not smelled the Essenza, but this one is a really nice kind of minty violet leaf take on the DNA, on the Acqua di Gio DNA. So you get a really nice, bright, refreshing, a little bit herbal, fresh citrus, aquatic fragrance. Yeah, just nice, simple, easy, mass appealing. You know the Acqua di Gio DNA, you've smelled it many times before. This one gets the job done, and it cools you off and is refreshing too because of that mint note in here. Really nice and develops really well in the high heat, I would say, and this one used to be a little bit more expensive, but the prices have come down on it quite a bit, and I saw this at, I think Fragrance Net had it for like 43 or something like that, so definitely worth checking this one out, especially for this summer, and perfect for a barbecue or cookout. Okay, we have 2 fragrances left in this list. Next up is going to be another little bit of a hidden gem, a little bit hard to find. This is from an Italian house, and I've only seen it available at one discounter, smallflower.com, going for right at $45, I believe. And this is Vetiver Rum from the house of Helan. So got a pretty good little dent in this one. I have gotten a nice amount of wear out of it. This is a very creamy, maybe a little bit more apt for autumn or early spring vetiver fragrance that's very creamy, and it can be almost a little bit much in the high heat. but it is easily wearable in the summertime because it's got a very nice, refreshing, soapy, creamy vetiver, and then a very dry citrus, almost like you just like dehydrated a bunch of lemons and ground them up into a powder in a blender. Mix that in with some creamy vetiver, and then you get that hint of a white rum is how I would describe this one. So very nice and playful. It's got that unique kind of boozy sweetness that makes it a little bit more fun than a more kind of dressed up, serious fragrance that vetiver usually gives you, kind of that professional soapy vibe. So this one is definitely one that is a little bit more dressed up, but still fun, and I think perfect for a barbecue or a cookout. So definitely check out this hidden gem. This is Helan Vetiver Rum. I will say that this one, you know, like I said, it's hard to find, and $45 is like kind of like a high price at Small Flower. This was going for right around $30 on eBay and Amazon at one time, but I don't know if the retailers that had it in stock there are going to be restocking it. Like I said, this is kind of like a smaller Italian brand and a little bit of a rare fragrance. So definitely get this one if you can, but maybe worth waiting for a better price than the $45 they're asking at Small Flower. Okay, and then we have one fragrance left, and this one is definitely something that you don't necessarily want to wear in the high heat. It's a little bit more well suited for the autumn time, I would say, but it is loud and playful, and it's got a nice citrus aromatic quality to it that makes it applicable for the summertime, and it's very playful and fun for a cookout or barbecue style occasion, and that is Versace Eros Flame. Yes, you can get, I believe, a tester of this on Joma Shop right now for right under $50. Really nice aromatic rosemary with some citrus from, I believe, like a citron note. Let me see, I think I might have the notes listed on the side here. This is a tester as well. They do come with caps. But yeah, just kind of takes that Eros DNA with the somewhat minty vanilla. I think they replaced the mint with geranium in this particular flanker, but it's just got this really nice kind of citrus aromatic quality over top of the traditional Eros DNA, and it just makes for a very nice, fun, almost like outdoor clubbing vibe, if you can kind of wrap your head around that. Sort of like what I see the barbecue event cookout kind of being, is somewhat of like an outdoor clubbing event. So this is nice, fun, loud. It'll get you the attention if you're looking for that at the barbecue, and just I think plays really well, especially if you're, you know, not in the highest of high heat, or you got a little bit of cloud cover, or you're out trailing into the night. This is a great summer night fragrance in my opinion as well. So yeah, Versace Eros Flame, that is my last of these 7 affordable fragrance recommendations for a summertime barbecue or cookout. Again, thank you Dedrick for tagging me. I really appreciate it. This was a super fun video. Really had a great time picking out this list. Had to think a little bit hard about it, but I was glad to feature some nice kind of gems in this list as well. Some fragrances that I haven't talked about or I haven't heard others talk about. So let me know what your picks would be for this event in the comment section down below, and I'm gonna go ahead and tag some other guys. I think a lot of my favorite reviewers that I watch have already been tagged. So I'm just gonna go ahead. Nate over at Paragon Fragrance, you're tagged for this one. Sam Broom, I would love to see your 7 affordable barbecue cookout list recommendations. Let's see, Gerard over at Gerard George's channel. I'd love to see your picks for this one, and I think that'll do it. I'll just tag Nate, Gerard, and Sam for this list, and so I really appreciate y'all sticking with me to the end of this one. I've got a handful of other tag videos and tag lists coming up, so look forward to those showing up shortly, and I'll see you then. So take care. Bye.